We have incorrect information in our Power BI desktop file because right here 14 minus October should actually be the age group 10, so October is the 10th month, and well, up to 14, so this is the wrong way, and it should be 10 instead of October. And if I scroll down a bit further here, then you can see the same problem down here. For 9th minus May, this should be 5 to 9. Now, before we dive deeper, let's have a quick look at the source files and see if this is a problem caused by Power BI Desktop or if the source data is wrong already. So this is the source file we are working on, and let's now open the first one with a right click, and let's again use Notepad to check the information. And here the data look alright, so let's scroll down a bit here, maybe a bit further. Let's see if we see anything like the October or May information I was just referring to in the Power BI Desktop file. Yeah, here we got it. So as you can see, this is a, well, you could say formatting issue already present in the source files. So something went wrong, and apparently 5 to 9 was converted to a date, 9th of May here. And if we go down a bit further, yeah, we can see it here, then we have the same problem for October. So we can be sure at this stage that not Power BI Desktop is causing a problem, but that this is a source file issue. We of course don't want to change the source file though, we just want to use Power BI Desktop for that to change the data stored in Power BI Desktop. Therefore, let's go back to our project, and in here, let's now replace 9 minus May and 15 minus October. How can we do this? Well, let's first close the filter, and let's now select the column we want to work with, so the age group column. And the feature we are looking for now is the replace feature or the replace function, which allows us to replace this wrongly formatted information with the correct one. Again, we have multiple options to access the replace menu. One option would be again to right click here and then to use replace values. Personally, I prefer to work with the ribbons up here, therefore I'll stick to this option for the moment. So we are in the home ribbon, and here you can also find this replace values function. Let's select it. And here we can now define two things. First, the value we want to find and the value we want to replace it with. Now, the value to find for us would be 9 minus May and 14 minus October, you remember? So the value we are searching for is this 9 minus May, right? And this should be replaced with, well, 5 minus 9, because May, this was initially 5, and minus 9, so 5 to 9 in the end. This should be our final result. We also have advanced options down here, which allow us to make sure that we match the entire cell contents. This means only a cell which only contains this information will be replaced. So if you would have a cell which would contain 9 May underscore, this here would also replace the information in the cell. This is typically not what you want, so I recommend to tick this box here, in many use cases at least. Replace using special characters is something I don't want to dive deeper into at this stage, as I want to stick to the basics for the moment. Let's press OK now to apply this. And you can see we replaced the value. So let's check the filter and load more. And 14 minus October is still here, but 9 minus May is gone. And instead we now have 5 to 9 right here. So this was the first option, but Power BI Desktop has another, well, convenience feature to make replacing values even easier. For this, I'll first filter for our 14th minus October data, this one. So I will unselect all other values and now only tick this box. Let's now press OK. Now we got the, well, field we want to replace. If you now select the field right here, for example, and now go to replace values once again, you see that the value is automatically selected. This can make your lives a bit easier in many cases. We can now replace this with 10 for October minus 14. And again, in the advanced options, we'll match the entire cell contents. Pressing OK will replace the values. We can now see it. But we have a problem here because now we only have, well, the 10 to 14 age group here. The other ones are filtered out. This was this step. What you can do now though is, and this is pretty awesome as I think, you can simply now unselect that filtering option. You get a warning that you delete an earlier step and that the following steps will still be applied. So this can cause problems. But in our case, if I now hit delete, We again have our data back, and more importantly, if we go to the filter one last time, press load more, you see that we have 10 to 14 in here and 5 to 9 right there. Therefore, we now successfully replaced the data in our Power BI desktop project. The next thing we should have a look at now is the format of our columns though, because at the moment, each single column here, you can see it by the symbol, is formatted as text. I guess that's not entirely correct, so let's work on this in the next lecture.